I would like you to play the next video.
Ule mtu anaitwa Kinoti awache ujinga. Huyo bwana Kinoti awache ujinga. Sio kama tunaelewana. Huyo Kinoti hakuna kitu amefanya kwa hii Kenya ya kisiasa. Yeye ni mtu ya sinema. Anaendesha makesi kwa magazeti. Anatuandikia barua, sijui barua ya kilomita ngapi. Mr. Kinoti, please save your time. Stop writing to us long letters. Leave matters of elections to IEBC. You have no business in IEBC. You have failed as DCI. We don't want you to fail our elections. Tunaelewana? Huyo bwana Kinoti awache hiyo ujinga yake anaendesha pale. Kwa sababu anatukasirisha. Huyo bwana Kinoti tunataka tumwambie awachane na watu wa IEBC wafanye hii uchaguzi. Alipatiwa kazi ya kufanya criminal investigation. He has never done anything. Ile kesi yote anafanya kesi kwa magazeti. Akiambiwa apeleke evidence kule kotini ameshindwa. So bwana Kinoti, wacha sinema. You have failed and wait for August so that you can.
Honorable members, that was President William Ruto as Deputy President criticizing IG Mutiabai, DCI Kinoti, that Gachagua has learned his job from his boss, that public officers must be called to order when they fell short of expectation. And I never saw anybody bring William Ruto here for impeachment or criticizing the IG or the DCI. This is a very unfair allegation.
Fellow Kenyans, I really don't know how William Ruto is reacting right now, or the way he's behaving wherever he is after watching Rigathi Gachagua's speech in the parliament during the motion when he was called to defend himself. And I sensed this thing, and I think I said this thing here yesterday, that Rigathi Gachagua have accepted to go to the parliament. But what he's going to do there is going to shock the world. And Kenyans have been shocked with the way Rigathi Gachagua has given his speech. In his speech, Rigathi Gachagua decided to say that if I'm going home, then we need to go home with William Ruto. First things first. Rigathi Gachagua, when he entered, I think the Speaker of the National Assembly, that is Wetangula, was trying to tell Rigathi Gachagua that you have been informed on the criteria or what you're supposed to do, and he said, yes, I know. So it's like these guys were trying to maybe to belittle Rigathi Gachagua without knowing that Rigathi Gachagua is more smart. And let me say this: in as much as maybe people are taking Rigathi Gachagua for granted, this guy is very, very smart. And you can see that. I think all of you have watched, almost everybody have watched his speech, the way he was trying to explain things. And he has brought this thing that if back then William Ruto talked about the IG, and there was no action taken against him. But now when I talk about the NIS, that is when now I'm being blackmailed, or people are saying that I've done something wrong. Why is it that the members of parliament did not call the president, sat with him down and told him that, President, you've done this? Why was he not summoned to the parliament?
I would like you to play the next video.
We have the most incompetent Inspector General of Police, I think, in the world. The most incompetent in the whole world. His incompetence may not necessarily play out when things are working, but when things get to a head and you need some decisions to be made, I can tell you for sure, the gentleman we have as an IG cannot make any decision. Nataka tumwambie ule mtu wa sinema mingi anaitwa nani ule mtu? ambaye sijui anaitwa DCI yule anaitwa nini? Ule mtu anaitwa Kinoti. Awache ujinga. Huyo bwana Kinoti awache ujinga. Sio kama tunaelewana. Huyo Kinoti hakuna kitu amefanya kwa hii Kenya ya kisiasa. Yeye ni mtu ya sinema. Anaendesha makesi kwa magazeti. Anatuandikia barua, sijui barua ya kilomita ngapi. Mr. Kinoti, please save your time. Stop writing to us long letters. Leave matters of elections to IEBC. You have no business in IEBC. You have failed as DCI. We don't want you to fail our elections. Tunaelewana? Huyo bwana Kinoti awache hiyo ujinga yake anaendesha pale. Kwa sababu anatukasirisha. Huyo bwana Kinoti tunataka tumwambie awachane na watu wa IEBC wafanye huu uchaguzi. Alipatiwa kazi ya kufanya criminal investigation. He has never done anything. Ile kesi yote anafanya kesi kwa magazeti. Akiambiwa apeleke evidence kule kotini ameshindwa. So bwana Kinoti, wacha sinema. You have failed and wait for August so that you can.
Honorable members, that was President William Ruto as Deputy President criticizing IG Mutiabai, DCI Kinoti, that Gachagua has learned his job from his boss, that public officers must be caught to order when they fell short of expectation. And I never saw anybody bring William Ruto here for impeachment or criticizing the IG or the DCI. This is a very unfair allegation. Mr. Speaker, it is also reported by media that the IMF has already warned about impending unrest during the people's dissatisfaction with the 2023 and 24 finance bill. Many of you will recall, Mr. Speaker, after the September 11th terrorist attack in the the US intelligence agencies were massively criticized, and an inquiry was even opened to investigate why their intelligence agency was not able to detect and thwart the attack. All we are saying is that our National Intelligence Service is accountable to the people of Kenya for its performance.
Why is it that I'm the one that is being summoned in the parliament? Why? And there are a lot of things. In fact, everything that Rigathi Gachagua was exposing, I remember he was talking and then saying that the video, let the video be played. So Rigathi Gachagua prepared himself. And I also sensed this thing yesterday when he said that I've been summoned by the members of parliament to go to the parliament tomorrow from 5. And I'm ready, I will go. And in fact, if you were very keen yesterday, Rigathi Gachagua failed to answer even the question that he was asked by Ayub. He failed to answer. He failed to give a convincing answer to the people because he knew that he was preparing for this day of today.
Kama kutakuwa na maneno, hakuna tena mambo ya evictions katika Nairobi. Kama kutakuwa na maneno, ni maneno ya relocation ambayo itakuwa ni kwa utaratibu bila ya mwananchi kuvunjiwa nyumba. Huwezi kutoka nyumbani alafu unarudi jioni unakuta masufuria barabarani na blanketi sijui imekaa wapi. That one will not happen again. We want to make sure that we are an orderly, humane society that respects the right of everybody, irrespective of who they are or irrespective of their financial status. We are all equal before the Constitution. Tumekubaliana watu wa Nairobi? Vijana tumekubaliana?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That was President William Ruto talking the same language as his deputy, that brutal and forceful evictions have no place under this administration. We have seen a video of brutal eviction. We have seen young children crying in tears. The deputy president is being accused of undermining his boss by just doing what his boss said, that we should never forcibly, brutally evict the people of Kenya. Mr.
So those who are saying that Mara Rigathi Gachagua is doing this, Rigathi Gachagua has done that, I think you've watched the way Rigathi Gachagua stated his statements one by one. And he ended his statement by thanking Gladys Shulei, the person who both Shulei was pressurizing on his impeachment, saying that she must make sure that Rigathi Gachagua is impeached. And she said that he said that he doesn't care. He really loves Shulei because when he was arrested back then, Shulei decided to contribute to mobilize people to give him 12.5 billion Kenya shillings for his release. So he said that after all, he loves Gladys Shulei, and there is nothing that can come in between them.
The Honorable Boss Shulei, I heard what you said in Eldoret. I heard this morning that you said I should be charged with treason. But my sister, me, I'm a grateful man. I remember, and I'll never forget, during the last administration when I was arrested on fabricated charges for standing with the President William Ruto against the wish of the government at that time, Gladys Shulei came and sat with me at DCI headquarters, brought me tea, brought me lunch, sat with me, comforted me. At court, she coordinated the collection of 12.5 billion shillings as my cash bail. She came to see me in Gigiri for 4 days and had very kind words for me. Despite what you have said, my sister, I do remember that one good thing that you did for me, and I'll love you and cherish you for the rest of my life.
But I wanted to ask you this question: that why do you think Rigathi Gachagua accepted to go to Parliament? I did this video before, and I asked this question: that why do you think that Rigathi Gachagua accepted to go to the Parliament? In as much as people were telling some members of Parliament were telling Rigathi Gachagua that don't go there because this, but Rigathi Gachagua went today. Why do you think Rigathi Gachagua decided to go? Rigathi Gachagua, number one reason why Rigathi Gachagua decided to go, Rigathi Gachagua wanted to put things right by facing people like Imani Chungwa, facing people like Junet Mohammed. Junet Mohammed is saying, Junet Mohammed is saying that this narrative of Kufa Makanga, Kufa Dereva, it should stop, because if the driver dies, the plan of Makanga is that if the driver dies, he takes the wheel, he takes the steer wheel, and if at all the Makanga takes the steer wheel, then all the passengers will die. So in short, he was trying to say that this issue of Ruto must go should stop, because if Ruto goes, then Gachagua will take his position, and Gachagua will now be the president of the country, will be ruling the country the way he wants. And this Junet Mohammed, I really don't understand. Let me just ask this question: who cast the people of ODM? Just a simple question, please. People of ODM, don't attack me. Who cast the people of ODM? Because they are like, right now we can call them like melon. Instead of calling Kalonzo Musyoka watermelon, we can call them watermelon. Because at one point they're here, at the other point they're here. So we don't understand where they are exactly. We don't really understand where they are. What is their stand? Like at one point they're saying this, the other point they're saying this, one time they're saying this, the other time they're saying this. So where do they stand? Like Junet Mohammed today just defended William Ruto by saying that Rigathi Gachagua should go home. Why? Okay, if Rigathi Gachagua goes home, will you be the deputy president? If Rigathi Gachagua goes home right now, will you be the deputy president? So that is number one thing, is that Rigathi Gachagua wanted to go face to face, head on with these accusers.
It is therefore not possible that the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya has the capacity to deny any part of Kenya resources because of the way they voted. The decisions on how resources will be allocated for the development of the Republic of Kenya are made here by the honorable members. If your area has no development, please don't impeach the Deputy President. Don't accuse him of not giving you resources. You are in this house to make sure that your area where you come from is allocated appropriate resources, because that is your job.
Number two, Rigathi Gachagua was prepared, and he knew very well that he will be given time to explain himself and then expose everything. Because according to, if you really, I think if you've watched that the whole of Rigathi Gachagua's speech, almost 2 hours, Rigathi Gachagua was speaking and then attaching a video. Then let us watch this video. The issue of interior, attach this video. The issue of shareholding, attach this video. So Rigathi Gachagua was very much prepared for this. And some people are saying that Rigathi Gachagua went to defend himself by using the name of William Ruto. No. William Ruto is my boss. So I was following the footsteps of my boss. That is what Rigathi Gachagua said. That I have been following the footsteps of my boss. Those are the things that my boss did. So I was just trying to do what my boss was doing. My boss said that we have an incompetent inspector general. That is by then I remember was Kome. That was what the president said. And then the deputy president came and said that we have an incompetent NIS. So who is to be blamed? Should we blame the deputy president, or should we start by blaming the president? Because even in the family, the son follows what the father does. If the father is a Christian, the child will be a Christian. If the child is a drunkard, if the father is a drunkard and maybe smoke cigarette, don't expect at one point that maybe your son will never smoke cigarette because he sees you smoking cigarette. After all, guys, that is all I have for today. We'll talk more about this issue of Rigathi Gachagua tomorrow, but I just wanted us to have a brief overview of what happened today. Let me know what you think at the comment section. But just a reminder, if you're meeting for the first time, please don't forget to take a minute, click the subscribe button. You can also like, share, and drop me a comment in the comment section and tell me what you think and where you're watching these videos from. Until we meet again tomorrow, I've been your host, Boniface Owino. Bye bye.